Welcome in. I guess we're going to catch you on the fly here, folks. As we are live now, 2-0 lead here for the West Prairie Cyclones. Now 3-0 over Elmwood. We'll give you the Elmwood lineup as we get them here. As right now on the floor, number 16, Aubrey Wilkins, joined out there by Ava Tippett. Served by Josie Hodges. The jump serve into the net, so make it 3-1. A side out for Elmwood. Jade Conley, number 14, as well as Lexi Begner for the Elmwood Trojans. And legal rotation whistled on the Cyclones. And so it makes it 3-2. 1 point lead here for West Prairie, nearly going. Libero for Elmwood is Augie Bauman. Serve popped up, tipped over by Nia Zimmerman. They ready it, bring it across, and helped up by Kaylee Jackson. Up for Peyton McGrew, pounds it off of the arms of Conley. But West Prairie not able to return it there, and brings it back across. Three tie here. Serve up on the way by Conley. Brought off of Hodges. West Prairie loads it up. Hammered over by Nia Zimmerman. Popped up and over for Aubrey Wilkins. And bumped through there by Ava Tippett. Up for McGrew. Who's going to tip it and drop it in. They're in a side out back for the Cyclones of West Prairie. Served by Nia Zimmerman, picked up in back row by Bauman. McGrew going to hit it right back across. Drop it in, good to make it a 5-3 score here now for the Cyclones. Leading it here by 2 in the early going. Zimmerman off of Bauman. Loaded up for the tap across by Tippett. But Tippett tipped it right into the net and makes it 6-3. 6-3 here. Serve over and across, pumped up in the back row by Strom. Hit across and out of bounds on West Prairie side. Will make it 7-3. Cyclones with a big lead here. Served by Zimmerman again off Bauman, back row, popped up by Begner. He tapped across, but a little too long and out of bounds by Strom, Layla Strom. And brings it through. Nia Zimmerman again, high in the back row. Hit sideways and a little confusion, drops it in for a 9-3 lead. We're going to take a timeout as they will step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
When you trust your healthcare needs to MDH, you'll receive the highest quality, compassionate care from our nationally accredited medical departments and award-winning staff. We are here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, providing exceptional care right here in Macomb. We also accept Aetna, HealthLink, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and most other insurance plans for your convenience. McDonough District Hospital, your regional healthcare partner, growing our...
I'm Lindsay Schaefer. I'm a physical therapist specializing in pelvic floor physical therapy here at McDonough District Hospital Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation. Young women, a lot of them have pelvic pain. They don't realize that it's something that they don't have to live with anymore. It's very common for people to have urinary leakage. And I always say it's common, but it's not normal. It's not something you need to live with. I also focus on hip pain, back pain. It's all kind of connected. Any age really can benefit from it.
Nia Zimmerman serves it across. Elmwood trying to load it up. Drops it in a good pass McClure for a side out back over for the Elmwood Trojans. Coming in for them is number 18, Juliet Coulter. And back to serve for the Trojans is Tippett. Her serve, middle of free throw lane, deep back row, taken by Briley Elliott up to Hodges for McGrew, who puts it in and good. And makes it a 10-4 valued companion score. Madison McClure will serve it here. 10-4 lead for West Prairie over Elmwood. Serve into the back row. Bounces in front of Bauman. And I said Augie, it's Aggie Bauman. Serve again by McClure, screaming across. Bauman with it, up to the front, tipped across. And Elliott plays it. Hodges to the outside. That is Camara Zimmerman across with it. Loaded up and tapped through there by Strom. Cyclones loaded up. Ashlyn Kelly tips it across. Loads it for Strom again. Back row off of McClure. Elliott with a nice save, and then McClure and Hodges hamp it over, but hit it out of bounds. 11-5 as the Trojans try to get back in this one. They'll bring in to serve number 25, Gia Funk. They brought the funk. And Elliott takes that one to the back row, popped high, helped out over to Hodges, brings it across off of Bauman. Pop in the middle, taking it over is Coulter, drops it off of Camara Zimmerman and down. Couple in a row back here for the Trojans of Elmwood. Serve, low line drive. Camara Zimmerman up to Hodges, over for Kelly. That one too long and out. Low, deep, and generally unplayable. They've cut the lead down to 11-7. Trojans down by 4. Served over and picked up off of Elliott. Hodges tips across. Set up high there by Conley. And then tipped. McClure underneath it for West Prairie. Loaded for Ashlyn Kelly. Hits it into the net. And the lead down to 3 at 11-8. They've cut it in half. Layla Strom back to serve. Winds it, sends it. Off of Elliott. Up for Hodges. Hodges, Camara Zimmerman rolls it off the top of the tape. Bounces it home for a 12-8 Cyclone lead. Kaylee Jackson out. Lillian Scheffler coming back to serve it. Serve coming through into the back row. Popped high, nobody home to get it. And it makes it a 13-8 lead. Lead of 13-8, 5-point advantage here. Lily Scheffler back again, ready to let fly with it. Pounds it across, popped high and over. And Elliott with it up to Hodges, tipped down, and Elmwood not gonna get it. The excuse me drop in makes it 14-8. Serve by Scheffler. Nice serve across there, taken off of Begner. Hit it into the ceiling and dropped. 15-8, lead is 7. Scheffler again, couple slap dribbles to it, pounds it across. Popped high by Begner in the back row. Set up on the outside, she's set up back from there, drops it in front of McClure. And gets a much needed side out for the Trojans of Elmwood. 15-9 lead. As Layla Strom will let fly with it from the left-hand corner. Brings it over off of McClure, high in the air. Hodges over with it to Kelly. Just underhand taps it across. Bauman up with it. Into the middle, pounded over, and out of the in by Coulter. Over and in by Coulter. Bring it across, off of Scheffler up to the net. Hit back down, but out of bounds. 16-10, staying relatively close here. Nia Zimmerman will come in as Briley Elliott will go out. And Camara Zimmerman will serve. Brings it back row, Bauman gets it there. Helmed out, and then she'll hammer it across, taken by Camara Zimmerman. Up for Nia Zimmerman, spiked down. Popped up by Bauman in the back row, hit across by Strom. And up for Hodges. She'll load up for Nia Zimmerman. Drops it in and good. Picks up the kill for the Cyclones and makes it 17-10. Touchdown lead here for the Cyclones. Back row right through the hands of Bauman and back, and it's 18-10. Timeout called by the Trojans. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My name is Kelsey Cunningham. I'm a nurse practitioner with the cardiology department here at McDonough District Hospital. Cardiology is like a big puzzle. A lot of things can be traced back to the heart, and to see somebody in your office at the beginning of the process really down on themselves and not feeling like their best self, and I think in their mind never really thinking that they're going to recover from that, to fast forward 6 months where they're back doing things they once did. It's the ultimate goal, and I love to see it happen.
And we are back here. 18-10 lead, an 8-point advantage for the Cyclones of West Prairie here in the JV game. Kamara Zimmerman ready to let fly with it, brings it across. Hit sideways by Conley, bumped over, and now Kamara Zimmerman plays it. Hodges going to load it out for Nia Zimmerman. Swung on and missed. It makes it 18-11. On the way with a serve is Coulter. Coulter hits it into the net. Soren's side up for West Prairie. Peyton McGrew in, Madison McLaren, Ashlyn Kelly back to serve for West Prairie. Serve by Kelly. Knocked backwards there by Begner and out of bounds. It is 20-11. 20-11 score here in this one. Kelly again, high floater. That one hit back across. Cyclones play it. McGrew tips it over. Pumped up in the back row there by Funk. Tipped over and out of bounds. 21-11. Cyclones trying to put it away here early. Served by Kelly. Bauman pops it up in the back row, loaded and sent through by Conley. Up for McGrew, hit off of the Trojans and brought over to Ashlyn Kelly. Or actually, Hodges tipped it over. Scheffler up underneath it. Hodges for McGrew, tipped and popped up there by Conley. Conley now loaded up front for Tippett. Tippett tipped it. And the Cyclones bring it right back. Tip back across. Cyclones still playing it. Set up for McGrew. Popped back up and loaded again. Tippett sends it over. Ashlyn Kelly with a bump up front up for Nia Zimmerman. Hit the tape and down it goes. 21-12. Side out now for the Trojans. Coming in for them is number 16, Aubrey Wilkins. I believe making her first appearance. Serve pounded over by Begner. Helped out Nia Zimmerman. Popped up, and they cannot flip it across. Begner was just trying to tip it over, help it over, 22-12. Cyclones lead here. And now Elena Phelps will come in, replacing Lily Scheffler. Hodges loads, sends, and that one right off of the arms of Strom as they moved in front of him and said, hello. 23-12. Serve across, and into the net it goes. 24-12, game point here. (24-12). Josie Hodges will step back, ready to let it go. Fires it over, and that's an ace to end it, 25-12. The Cyclones win it here over Elmwood. We'll take a quick break and be back here with TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Whether it's an emergency situation or an outpatient scan, McDonough District Hospital's radiology department offers the test you need right here in Macomb. If you need an MRI, a CT scan, ultrasound, x-ray, a bone density scan, or to schedule an annual mammogram, our experienced radiology staff will provide high-quality, compassionate care. McDonough District Hospital, your community radiology partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
For game number 2, I removed William from a student council meeting to be part of this tonight, right?
Oh, I think it's tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow. Okay, never mind then. And the Trojan bring it across. Hodges up front to McGrew, can't get it across. So a quick 1-0 for Elmwood. In on the floor for the Elmwood Trojans, it is Begner, Bauman, joined over there by Strom, Conley. We'll get the others in a moment as Kaylee Jackson hits that one into the net and makes it 2-0 Elmwood. Also out there is Ava Tippett, a appropriate volleyball name, inappropriate volleyball name. Peyton McGrew sends the home run ball out and makes it 3-0. 3-0 now. As Begner brings it back, pounds it off of McClure up front to Hodges. Sets it for Liv Barkley, who puts it in and good and makes it 3-1. A side out for the Cyclones. Liv Barkley will serve first. It is Liv Barkley, Madison McClure, Josie Hodges, Peyton McGrew, Kaylee Jackson, and Kamara Zimmerman for the Cyclones. Served by Barkley into the net. And Lily Scheffler will come in and replace her. Back to serve for the Elmwood Trojans is Jade Conley. 4-1 lead here for Elmwood. Conley serve off McClure. Hodges going to help it up, and McGrew launches that one to the back wall, makes it 5-1. 5-1 advantage here as they bring it off of Scheffler. Up to Hodges, set back up for McGrew, just punch the old PE punch shot across. Up for Tippett, she'll hammer it. Scheffler brings it up, Hodges not able to keep herself out of the net. Set goes a little offline, and McGrew hits it out of bounds. Timeout already by the Cyclones here. 6-1 the lead for Elmwood in game 2. Let's take this timeout on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My name is Kelsey Cunningham. I'm a nurse practitioner with the cardiology department here at McDonough District Hospital. Cardiology is like a big puzzle. A lot of things can be traced back to the heart, and to see somebody in your office at the beginning of the process really down on themselves and, not feeling like their best self, and I think in their mind, never really thinking that they're going to recover from that, to fast forward 6 months where they're back doing things they once did. It's the ultimate goal, and I love to see it happen.
Back here as the Trojans lead at 6-1 here in game number 2. Best 2 out of 3 falls. Serve through and off of McClure, popped high into the back row, over for McGrew, and launches it to the back wall and makes it 7-1. Glad you're tuning in here tonight. As Jade Conley will let fly with it. Serve taken by McClure under the net, and I tell you what, the Cyclones, Will, just cannot get anything going right in this game too. Totally has turned the page. Her serve to McClure. Set up at the net for Kamara Zimmerman, popped high. Launched across and through the hand. Well, actually, I did hit it across. And then Tippett getting her hands on it, hits it into the net, makes it 8-2. Nice return there by the Cyclones. McClure lets fly with it, though, right into that, hands it right back over to Elmwood. Cyclones trying to get a little more advantage as Juliet Coulter will come in. Tippett going back to serve here. Her serve, deep back row, Scheffler's underneath it. Hodges has it on the flank, Kamara Zimmerman hits it over. Tippett gonna bring it up front, loaded to the outside, tipped across. Saved by Hodges, up for Jackson. Pounds it over and down it goes. 9-3, side out for West Prairie. Ariana Soul coming in for West Prairie, replacing Kaylee Jackson. Ariana coming back to serve here. Pounds it across and brought up front. They'll have sending it across as Strom. Up for Ashlyn Kelly to hit over. Drops it off the tape and good. And the Cyclones inched within 9-4. Ariana Soul eyes it up again, ready to let fly with it. Brings it through, back row, pumped out of the way by Conley, and down into the net. Trojans starting to get on a run where they can't get anything back. And Ariana Soul sending it again off of Bauman in the back row, popped it out to the left side, tipped across, Scheffler underneath it. Hodges gonna bring it up, Kamara Zimmerman, a tip, puts it in past a running Strom and makes it 9-6. Soul will eye it up again, ready to let fly with it. Wine sends, back row off Bauman, needs help, and on the run getting it. Begner sent through, and the Cyclones play it up to Kelly. Blocked and recovered, and then sent back through by Strom. Lift called on the Cyclones, makes it 10-6, as Wilkins will check in. Checking out will be Begner, and back to serve is Gia Funk for the Trojans. Scheffler brings it up to Hodges, loaded for Kelly, missed it. Makes it 11-6 Elmwood. Funk dribbles to it, pounds it deep, and that one goes out of bounds. I believe that hit either Scheffler or McClure, and I think the officials are going to talk about that. And Elmwood will get the point. So 12-6 lead here. As Funk brings it again. Sends it across off of McClure up front for Hodges. Tipped. Popped up there by Strom, loaded on the for Coulter. And the Cyclones load it back. Kamara Zimmerman sent across off the hands of Strom and down. And it makes it 12-7. Cyclones won the first one, 25-12, trying to get themselves back in here. As Kamara Zimmerman back to serve, Liv Barkley in on the front row. Zimmerman serve, sent back row, screaming line drive off of Conley. Pop tie, and then we're not able to get across in the recommended daily allowance of 4 hits. 3 hits, rather. Yes, we've changed the game of volleyball already. Kamara Zimmerman sends it back row. Funk gonna bring it up and bumped out of there by Strom. Loaded up for Barkley, off of Bauman and down. Nice shot by Liv Barkley. As you know, their Barkleys are worse than their bite. Serve again off the back row, off the ceiling, and down it goes. And the Cyclones have pulled to within one at 12-11. Timeout called by Elmwood. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Whether it's an emergency situation or an outpatient scan, McDonough District Hospital's radiology department offers the test you need right here in Macomb. If you need an MRI, a CT scan, ultrasound, x-ray, a bone density scan, or to schedule an annual mammogram, our experienced radiology staff will provide high-quality, compassionate care. McDonough District Hospital, your community radiology partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
And back here, 12-10. What looked like Elmwood might be able to take one. It has been a rally here, as now coming back. Kamara Zimmerman back here to serve, ready to let it go on the way. 12-10 lead for the Trojans. Serve into the back row, sent sideways. Wilkins not going to be able to get it out of there, and makes it 12-11. Savannah McElroy coming in for the Trojans into the back row. As Kamara Zimmerman will let fly her serve, low line drive, caught the back line and good. Bandage up an ace for Madison McClure, and we're even at 12 apiece. A dozen on each side. As served by Kamara Zimmerman. McElroy has trouble with it, drops down and good, and makes it 13-12. A 1-point advantage here. The Cyclones on a humongous roll here. As Kamara Zimmerman lets fly, McElroy hits it sideways, saved by Strom, bumped over there by Coulter, and the Cyclones set it up. Kelly trying to drop it back row, Bauman. And you know, when you're reaching up high on the back row, you probably should let that go. Cyclones lead here, 14-12. Zimmerman off of McElroy back row. Bauman on the run to get it. McElroy will bump it across. And now Kamara Zimmerman up front for Liv Barkley. Down and good. As it drops home for a 15-12 lead. 15-12 here. Set and tail with it again, dropping that right in front of McElroy, and good. It is 16-12. McElroy coming out, coming in for her is Jade Conley. Slap dribbles it, Kamara Zimmerman ready to let fly, brings it across. Bauman gonna hit backwards off the ceiling, and Funk wasn't ready for the hot smash. It is 17-12. 17-12 now. As they load and send, that one gonna come into the net and earn a side out for Elmwood. 17-13 here. And that'll bring back up Layla Strom to load it up and let go with it. Fires off of Barkley. Hodges going to load her back up. Barkley hits it into that. Well, Elmwood gets 2 in a row there. And they're trying to work their way back into it. Low serve. Barkley pops it high. Hodges gets to it. Bumped over by Kamara Zimmerman. Now loaded up front. Bump it on the way. Wilkins going to send it through. Off of McClure. High in the air. Sent out of bounds by Ashlyn Kelly. 17-15. Elmwood trying to crawl their way back in here. Low serve. McClure high in the air with it. Bangs it down. 18-15, the lead is 3. Ashlyn Kelly ready to let it go. As off of Bauman, right back over. Soul gonna help it out. Hodges pops it high and Liv Barkley bumps it over. Right back by Elmwood and Soul's underneath it. Hodges up for Barkley, puts it back across, tipped up there by Conley. Loaded back for her and she'll hit it in the net. And makes it 19-15. 4-point lead here, 19-15. Ashlyn Kelly wanders to it. High floater off of Bauman. Up front for Funk, for Wilkins, and she'll hit it into the net, and it's 20-15. Cyclones starting to run over with it here, and we're going to have a timeout call by Elmwood. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Every McDonough District Hospital sports medicine and rehabilitation patient receives one-on-one appointment times with a licensed staff member. They develop a personalized recovery and treatment plan to turn your setback into a comeback. We offer physical and occupational therapy, vestibular rehabilitation, speech-language pathology, cardiac and pulmonary rehabilitation, dry needling, and pelvic floor therapy. MDH, your community physical therapy partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
Game. As that will wrap it up here for game number 1. We'll be back with the varsity match in just a moment. Cyclones win it in 2, 25-12 and 25-15.